What is good, y'all? It's your G-Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Indianapolis Colts rebuild video, baby. And today we're finishing up year one of the Indianapolis Colts rebuild, baby. So if you guys are ready for postseason play and to wrap up the year one, you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. If you're brand new family, man, roll to 1K. Really helps you share it to more people too as well. So I very much appreciate it as always. Much love to you guys that are already here and enjoying the series. And comment down below how you guys feel like the year of the end of year one went. I don't know why it's such a struggle, but give it a letter grade, A to F. How you guys feel like this season went in terms of how the team was able to perform, how we were able to coach this team up. And here going into this final game, they do want to just tell me about, the game that we had basically being on the ground. We've been a very good running team all season. About a little bit above average when I'd say it comes to our passing game. Of course, a lot of turnovers from that aspect, but for this game, we'll be getting XP determined based on how many rushing yards we get against the New England Patriots. And although this has very big implications for us, it does for them. As the winner of this game, as you have Demario Douglas, who's right now sitting at number 2 in the league in receiving yards, does control the Patriots' fate as far as if they can slide into a wild card spot or not. Though, if we're able to beat them, they'll basically be at home watching. If they beat us, they'll be getting in. And under normal implications, you might see backups come into play here. But like I said, I'm a coach that cares about my players' bonuses and incentives and stats. So starters going to be in. Now, I will say I'm thinking about possibly removing them at halftime, especially if we start seeing injuries come up. They could only play the first half. But we'll see how well this game goes and see if it gets out of hand for us as the Patriots. We'll start out here on offense as Ramon Stevenson. 8-yard rush to go in and start things here early for them. It looks like they're getting to go on the ground here. Mac Jones still the starting quarterback as he drops back, evades the sack and throws it out. Although it gets dropped by Stevenson, I do think that is going to be roughing the passer as it is. As we had a man kind of come back there and hit him. Who was it? Zaire Franklin was able to go back there and I kind of hit him late. He evaded the sack and then still tried to go get him. Was not able to do it in time, so they're going to go right back to the running game. Trying to set things up for them. Obviously, they were not able to get anything done through the air, but this time around, they do get the completed pass out. Obviously, Mac Jones been a little lackluster in real life, but here he's still the starter, still throwing and slinging the ball over the field, and he's leading them to a pretty decent record this season. Obviously, with a chance to slide into the postseason here. Dropping back, throws it out to the drag right over the middle, and they get him down. He's within the 10-yard line, though, so kind of technically goal territory here with the first down to still get. As Jones will throw it out quick, finds his receiver wide open, and now it'll really be first and goal. So pretty good drop so far, mixing in the run and the pass. They'll go with the toss here on first and goal, and Stevenson will get his way in pretty much untouched except for the tackle after he's already scored. But able to go ahead and score the first points of the game. So these Patriots are definitely trying to come in and fight their way to the postseason. They're not trying to just lay down and let us get a dub. They're not throwing their season away. They're coming out here to fight, and I appreciate that. So we're going to answer that right back by giving them our very best too as well. Triple option here for the first down as Zach Moss trucks his way through 2. We'll go right back with another play action here going over the top to Kyle Pitts. And just like that in 2 plays, we're in plus territory. Looking to answer that first 7 right back. Gun formation here, hand off to Jonathan Taylor to the left side, breaks through 2 tackles and finally gets knocked down from behind. Pause as he goes ahead and gets us a nice 6-yard gain there. Hand off to Jonathan Taylor yet again, going up the middle and getting close to a first down. Going under center, something that the Colts do not do very often. Run off the left-hand side as Jonathan Taylor forces his way forward into the red zone yet again. And we have 1 safety high, stacking the box here. Looks like they're going to go ahead and drop back for a pass here. Richardson's going to roll to his right side, clear on the right side. He's going to just go ahead and take off with a nice 14-yard touchdown. Gently setting the ball down, raising the hands up, and he just rolled out to the right. All the receivers kind of moved to the left to clear space. As the man defense followed, he was able to just kind of basically walk his way into that end zone. As we'll go ahead and give the ball back to the Patriots now with a tie ball game here. And Mac Jones is still slinging that pill. Starting the day off so far, 5 for 7 after that incomplete pass. But that's not going to stop him here as they go trips left. Throw goes out quick, and we knock him down short of the first down marker. And I guess they are not wanting to go for it. It was 4th and short here. Season on the line, I would think they want to go for it. But instead, they would just kick this back to KJ Hamler. who will take it going to his left. He gets a block there from I think that was one of our gunners, but that was a little bit too late. If he got there a little bit earlier, we might have had the outside edge, but had to cut back inside, gave him plenty of time to catch back up. Now our offense will be working near midfield, trying to go ahead and take this lead back with ease. We're staying split gun here. Quick throw out to the post over the middle. That's Michael Pittman Jr. slipping through 2 as he spun out of it somehow. Thankfully, the other safety was there ready to make the play, but it does get us to the 25. Staying in the gun. Rolling right. Throw goes out, and that's an interception. Great come-up play there by the DB for the Patriots. As one of their corners there. As he shrugs off Anthony Richardson into the floor, and then Ryman, the offensive lineman, of course, is not making that play happen. That is a pick 6. Jonathan Jones, CB1, making the play for New England, getting a pick 6 to tie up the ball game is crazy. Something that we don't really give up too often, but Anthony Richardson got bounced into the ground basically. And now we're going to look to make up for it, coming back with our run game of our own. Our strong suit here. Don't forget we are getting XP for however many rushing yards we get. So letting Jonathan Taylor eat here early might be a good option for us as we get the juke there, breaks a tackle, and finally gets taken down past the 50. Coming up to the closure of the first quarter here. Only about 20 seconds left, so this should be one of the last plays as we're going to go ahead and juke to the left and get the first down easily. As at the end of the first quarter, we are actually losing here 14-7. So coming in close already on 100 rushing yards through just one quarter. We will get the ball here to continue it as we go to the nice play action fake here. Throw goes down the field. That's Josh Downs with the catch and the easy score. Man-on-man coverage, beat his man with ease, and then had the foot speed to go ahead and get into the cribbo to tie this ball game up to start the second quarter. And just like that, one of our biggest red zone threats is making that thing look easy as this kick goes way out of bounds. They're going to get him, obviously, for kicking the ball to bounce. That is a big penalty for them, and they'll already have the ball near midfield. As a kicker, I guess Ye's foot might have just slipped or something, but I don't know. It'll give them an easy chance to score here, though, as it is 2nd and 5. Throw goes out to his halfback. That's Stevenson on the corner route. Easy first down, easily onto their side of the field. They're going to go ahead and empty out the backfield yet again. Jones. Clean pocket, throws it over the middle right to Vince Anthony. Playing solid man coverage there. He's not going to be able to get loose on this, getting taken down by the receiver. Or the running back, actually, I should say. But Vince playing very, very tight man coverage over the middle of the field. They tried to squeeze it in, and it just didn't work. And just like that, the blown kick does not come back to bite us. We answer turnover for turnover, and we have a chance to take our lead right back. Staying in the pistol here. Looks like twins to the left. Tight end right. We're going with the read option here as Anthony Richardson cuts it up the field and slides down at the 44-yard line. Shotgun blitz was coming through, so we had to get that out quickly. Kyle Pitts catches it and just gets down before taking the hit that time. And we'll stay here in the gun. 2nd and 10 now as we do another read option here. They're getting full on that and leaving Richardson open every single time as he gets yet another first down, already closing in on 50 for the day. Trips open to the right. Clean pocket. Wheel route looking open as that ball will be a little too far. Look at Jonathan Jones trying to act hard there as he actually was beat on that. Josh Downs did have him definitely beat to the end zone. Just a bad throw as Jonathan Taylor is going to go there and make use of the left field being open. Broke one, spun out by 2, and just like that, it's 1st and goal at the 7. We're going to go to put Taylor on the left side. Going to pass the ball here, throwing over the top, and we got him on the back shoulder. Josh Downs' 2nd touchdown of the game. Anthony Richardson put that on the money. Absolute arm strength on display on that one. Great accuracy to put that on the back shoulder to avoid the DB on the front side. And just like that, it is 21-14 here, nearing the end of the first half as they get a great screenplay. Blocks are in place, and he gets out of bounds here. So they're going to try to seemingly score here. If they could even get 3 to make it close, that would be ideal, but they would really like a touchdown if they possibly can. They still have all 3 timeouts. They're able to get out of bounds here in this first couple of throws to the out route here, and it gets knocked down, which will still at least stop the clock. Staying gun on 3rd and 5. They're going back to another screen. Block set up here, but we get them down short. 4th and 1. We decide to take our timeout. We want a chance to get points as they did decide to punt it, and we're all the way back. So it's going to take a couple of big throws here. First up, Mo Alley Cox with the catch over the seam. We're going no huddle. Switching the play call here slightly. About a minute left to go. Richardson's going to roll out to his right. He's still looking to throw this thing as he finds a man open. All three defenders trying to come up and go get him as Pittman Jr. is able to make the catch. And they're going to say he was tackled in bounds. I don't know how. So we'll go hurry up here yet again. Trying to change the play call at the line. Looking. Pocket looks kind of clean. We're going to roll left, throw it. Not able to get it out to him, but it will stop the clock since it's in the dirt. No intentional grounding on that one. So we'll go right back to a similar play. Hit the out route to Josh Downs on the left. And just like that, we're at the 29 seconds left. We still have our one timeout ready to go here, and we get sacked on 1st and 10. So we'll have to call the hurry up or the timeout. So we're going to go ahead and get it in. We have to get a play in quickly here. 8 seconds left to go. 7. Throwing to the corner. Intercepted there by the Patriots. So there's still 1 second left on the clock. We tried to go down and answer and get our own touchdown to go up 2. I liked what the idea was on that corner route. It looked kind of open. Maybe if you fade that back to the end zone, a better shot. But honestly, the play clock was running out. You had to get some kind of throw in there to at least try to get 3. So I like the decision making there. Those are just one of the many picks that I talked about with Anthony Richardson. There's just kind of situations like that where it's like you're just trying to force something to happen. And you're not really worried about that interception because it's not a lack of read. It's more so just trying to do too much. So we'll obviously cut down those in the postseason. We will just taking our 3 there in that situation. So we're not too worried about what happens there. And then here, a big game against the Chiefs and Ravens, 7-7 tie going to half. And obviously, I mean, could be some seeding implications on that, but could also be a potential postseason matchup for either one of us, as we could potentially see either one of those teams, or they could be seeing each other in the postseason. Now, of course, we're coming back out of our second half, and since this is the only game today, this is exactly why we're seeing a little bit more of this one here as we go and run this one to the left side. Great power option that time around. No read option, just straight speed or power option, however you want to call it. Out to the side, and it was wide open for our quarterback. Now Richardson throwing off the arm strength there, trying to trust Kyle Pitts. Does not come down with it this time around with a one-on-one ball. We'll keep trying to test those out as the year goes on. But here we have a wide open wheel route for Jonathan Taylor as he's able to go ahead and get all this way up to the goal line territory. Y'all got to stop manning that man up with linebackers. He's got too much speed. As we're going to go right back to him, let him get that touchdown he should have had as we group back inside and he gets suplexed into the dirt at the 1. Already over 100 yards with still about a 1 3/4 quarters left to go. And we'll go ahead and let him get his touchdown that he so much so deserves. Second of the day for Jonathan Taylor. And it's back to the Patriots. Now down 2 scores. What do you try to do here? Mac Jones hasn't been throwing the ball too bad. They've just all been really short passes. The run game has been about as good as anybody else's run game has been against us, so I can't really complain against it. But here it goes, another pass. You can see 12 for 19, 127 yards on the day. And then that's an interception, but he's been throwing it very good, so they're going to go empty here. See if they can lead him to a score here as he throws that one on the back shoulder. Great job there by Brents knocking that one out of his hands, though. And it'll end their drive shortly. So we'll go ahead and get the ball back on offense, trying to increase this lead even farther. As Taylor's still trying to rack up them yards. You know, the more he gets, the more XP. And I think it's all offensive line based too. So, you know, it could help some guys that could need to come up and start if we can't get these contracts worked out. As that throw goes wild left. I think he was looking Kyle Pitts there. Michael Pittman Jr. didn't react to the ball coming at all as he wasn't expecting it. But the DB sure was. That's an interception there, his second of the game. Now, that one's more or less a... See, I would chalk that interception up to the receiver. Michael Pittman Jr. could have made a play on the ball or at least knocked it loose. But that was very inaccurate, especially if he was trying to go to Kyle Pitts. So I guess it's kind of half and half. We won't completely throw all blame off Richardson on that one. Now back to the game, though, 3rd and 7. Trips left. Play fake for Jones. Throw goes deep down the field. And why is he wide open? Vince Anthony was trailing behind by at least 10 yards. If Mac Jones even just lobs that one up perfect, like semi-decently, that's a touchdown. But because he was inaccurate, they had to just settle for 3, at least making this game a little bit closer. As it's now 28-17 here going near the end of the 3rd quarter. Still opting to pass here. Richardson on 3rd and 10. Gets it out to Michael Pittman Jr. for the first down. Easy plays there. You can see he's already has 3 interceptions on the day. We're hoping to just keep it that way as we roll to the right. Find a wide open Josh Downs here for the first down catch. And getting as close to midfield onto plus territory. Trying a screen pass here, something the Colts don't do often. Blocks don't get there at all, but it is enough to get us down up to the 40. Clock still running and dripping, of course, trying to eat up most of this third quarter. And oh my gosh, Molly Cox with a great catch there, but I think if we had just a little bit more time in the pocket, I think I saw Jonathan Taylor wide open with no safety help over the top either to tackle him. As this time around, we're going to go to him again. They try to run man coverage, but you can't put a safety on a quick out route. That's not going to work. As we end the third quarter, heading into the last quarter of the season, you can see we're already close to 300 yards, 200 on the ground, and we have a big lead here, 28-17 against the Patriots. We drop back in the gun. Richardson's looking all day, trying to find somebody, tries to force it into a tight window before just getting sacked. Probably should have just threw it away. Yeah, that one we're going to chuck up to Anthony Richardson. Probably should have just threw that one away, just lived for a 3rd and 10, but tried to force something in there that wasn't exactly there. And then Stevenson trying to force something that isn't there and actually having positive results as he rushes for basically a first down. It's 2nd and inches here. And they try to do a quarterback draw, but they must have thought they had Lamar Jackson. As Mac Jones gets taken down with ease on that one, actually losing a couple yards here. 3rd and 2, they'll go right back under center. Give it back to Stevenson for the first down. And we actually stuff him too as well. Great come up there by Blackman and down 2 possessions. They're going to punt it here on 4th and 1. At first, I thought maybe the possibility of a fake punt, but no, just a straight-up punt to KJ Hamler, who's going to have a chance to return this one, going out to his left. Blocks get set up well. Punter's the only one to beat. He tries to juke in and gets taken down by 3 Patriots defenders. As EJ Speed, backup outside linebacker, is hurt. It will kind of get looked at. We'll probably just shut him down for the rest of the season. No reason to even come back in the game, especially just playing special teams. No worries at all. As Jonathan Taylor, great strong run that time, bumping off defenders and didn't even go down. Only person that tackled him was the undefeated sideline. As Richardson tries to roll out to the right, and Raymond let Judon get around him. Probably should have went a little bit more to the inside. But because of that here in the 4th, it's like we'll have to settle for our 3-2 as well, just to get these possessions back up. As that one is kicked wide right. Gabe missed that one wide right as he had at least the depth, and it looked like he had a good angle on it, but the wind just forced that one back to the right side. He missed the upright, so a lucky break here for the Patriots. Still only down 11 points here, so if they can get a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, because they'll probably try for it. They normally do when they're like in this situation. They can just be back to a 3-point game as Mac Jones finding his tight end out in the flats. That'll be enough to gain 5. Clock is not their friend, so we're down to 6:20. Throwing out, finds his curl route wide open. 16 for 27 on the day. Looking stronger and stronger as it goes on, but they're staying under center. Little motion by the tight end there, and he shrugs through one tackler, and then Manny Bell thankfully backing up his teammate. After actually having to go around the block, too, to come get that. So just saved the touchdown completely. 3rd and 7, they do a little motion there onto the inside. Throw goes out, and that's a great coverage play there from Kenny Moore Jr. Taking away the inside slant, knocking the ball loose, and they're going to go ahead and try to settle for their 3 now on 4th and 7. Theirs does go in, and just like that, it is a 1-score game, 28-20. Meaning we need to eat up some of this clock. We're going to start the drive here at 2nd and 10. We have a wide open lane here. We're going to toss that thing out to Jonathan Taylor, who's going to go ahead and catch it, trying to stay in bounds, and he will, as we are now under 3.5 minutes left to go. 1st and 10, we're staying in the pistol. Handoff to the right side. Easy run lane as he gets taken down. It's all true clock mode here. We're eating up as much time as possible. Hacking this thing down at the 1-second marker just to go ahead and just end this game out. Not risking injuries for our guys. I mean, I hate to lose, so I don't want to say like I would love to help the Patriots out here and get in the postseason because that means we'd have to lose. So, yeah. I guess I'm technically helping the Bengals out get into the postseason because they're the team that would be in front of them that needs that last spot that haven't clinched it yet. So we're helping somebody out by getting this dub. As we are finally under the 2-minute warning, trying to eat away at the timeouts. Now at this point, as they go ahead and use the final one here on 4th and 6, what is going to opt to kick the field goal here? Guess we'll take it back to a 2-possession game as long as we can make it this time. Pushing the lead back to 11. About a 48-yarder. This one is going to be right through the uprights. So you see the kicks ain't always easy. Sometimes you miss, sometimes you don't. But at least this one puts us back up 31-20. It means that the Patriots have to go down and score quickly. They have no timeouts left. 1:46 to go. Jones is trying to roll out the pocket. He gets sacked on the first play. Juan Barrett getting back there. They're calling the hurry up. 2nd and 24, of course, they have to. I'm surprised they're not trying to spike or anything like that, but they're just going to run the same play here again as they throw this one out to the flats. And that's not going to be intentional grounding. Receivers were in the area, but it will stop the clock. 1:14 to go. Throws it down the field. Finds his receivers. Kenny Moore Jr. got beat. Once again, getting beat on the outside. This one almost gave up the whole first. If we can stop them here, the game is essentially over, though. 4th and 1. Pocket's looking pretty clean. He throws it out of a sack. And that will do it. As you can see, there's a yellow marker up there. That was not for a flag. That was for an injury. So hopefully maybe see who that injury was here in a moment. But we take our final knee here. Just let the clock run out. No divisional opponent. No reason to be unsportsmanlike here today. As we take our victory in our 16-1 season and get up out of New England, man. 31-20. Great game by them. As you can see, Bill Belichick no longer on the line. I don't know who that dude was, looking like Santa. But great game by them. They made it competitive. They made it close. Defensively, they were all over the field. But I think we kind of gifted this one to them too as well. Like I said, Anthony Richardson had 4 interceptions on the day. And they still only managed 20 points off it. At one point, they had to lead. And after that first quarter, we kind of never looked back. We dropped 14 in that second. They only scored 6 points outside of the first quarter. So, yeah. We really shut them down. Only 208 yards of total offense while we were near 500. 235 yards of just total yards in general while we were near 600, almost 700. And 4 for 7 on third downs, 3 for 5 in the red zone. Held them to 1 for 10 on third downs, 1 for 4 in the red zone. The defense played great today in all aspects of the game. Offense still got a couple more things to shore up. But now it's time to get everybody situated and ready for the postseason. Richardson, 297, 2 touchdowns. Jones, who actually I guess was the one that ended up getting injured with the injury marker by his name, only 176, still wasn't able to throw for a touchdown. They did run for one with Stevenson, but we ended up finishing the day 168 in the touchdown for Taylor, 56 in the touchdown for Richardson. Moss even got 17, so that's somewhere around 200 or so. Well, obviously, definitely more than 200, but probably like 220 or something like that. Did want to look here is DeMar Douglas. Like I say, he's top, the second best guy behind Tyreek Hill in yards. We all do only the 47. Downs got an 80 and 2 touchdowns in the final game of the season. Pitts only 54. Pittman Jr. 71. So we'll have to see if any of those guys did crack the 1,000 yards marker. I think Pittman Jr. might have got just enough to do it. I don't know about Kyle Pitts though. And then defensively, Juan Barrett getting another sack to add to the rookie season. No real tackle for loss winners today, and Vince Anthony gets another interception to add to the rookie season as well. So shout out to those guys on defense, really showing out. Josh Downs, after a 2 touchdown performance, does get an upgrade here. Well deserved, I feel like. So we want to do the physical aspect here, I would believe, just because it's the lowest. I mean, yeah, his release is 66. He's got great route running, short and medium. Deep could use some work, and I think physical does work deep as well as his release too as well. Also helping out with his catching traffic, which if you're going to be in a slot, you need some good catching traffic. So we'll get +2 catching and release, so I'll take it. And then, of course, time to see what kind of XP gains we get after getting over 200 yards of offense. Of course, the press wants to talk to us. I can't believe that dude showed up in a t-shirt and some holy jeans. Shoot, I need to be in the media then, low-key. That job looks stress-free. 200 plus rushing yards, 10,000 XP for the whole offensive line. And here it goes. The final playoff tree, final playoff rosters, man. You have the Chiefs versus Chargers, Dolphins versus Bengals, Ravens versus Bills. So it looks like we helped the Chargers get in, even though they won their game too. On the other side, you got the 49ers getting the first round bye, Cowboys and Packers, Vikings and Eagles, and Buccaneers and Commanders. I think Buccaneers and Vikings both have rookie quarterbacks. So 2 rookie quarterbacks making it into the postseason is great. And then we'll kind of go through the stats here quickly. Anthony Richardson, 4,302 yards, 36 touchdowns, 22 interceptions. Had a very good season. We just need to tone down the interceptions a little bit. Actually skipped to the wrong team here. Let me get back to ours as we look at the rushing stats here. Jonathan Taylor eclipsed 2,000 yards on the year, 5.6 a carry, 21 touchdowns. Richardson 820 and 12 touchdowns, so almost hit 1,000. Zach Moss 244 yards and 3 touchdowns, and his little time of relief is not too bad. But I did want to see here quickly the records for single season rushing stats to see if we had eclipsed any of them, like the yardage or the touchdowns. See if we at least made the list for either one. So I do see his name here, 5th on the list with 2,046. Obviously had a ways to go to, eclipse that record. Maybe some of those games that where he actually went under 100 yards, if they had been 100-yard games, probably would have got that. And then touchdowns, he finished with 21, so it's like he's tied, I guess you can say, technically on the list. So goes on that long list of names with 21, but did not crack the list or put his name on the list. So that is unfortunate. We had just been able to get him one more touchdown. Maybe if I had known that, we probably would have tried to score on that last drive. But Pittman Jr. did end up eclipsing 1,000 yards, 1,015, 9 touchdowns. Kyle Pitts ends up finishing with 942 and 7. Josh Downs 836 and 10. Jonathan Taylor 777 and a touchdown. 7 touchdowns. Mo Ali Cox 529 and a touchdown. So we did spread the ball around. I mean, Alec Pierce even 341 in the touchdown. That's technically, you say, like the 5th or 6th option. So we were spreading the ball around. A lot of different guys scored touchdowns. A lot of different guys got a yardage. No one really kind of like had like an insane amount of receptions because we weren't throwing the ball too much. You can see most of our attempts were in the run game. But hey, I'm proud we at least got us a 1,000-yard receiver. Braden Smith ended up giving the most sacks there on the right side with 9 of those things. And then defensively, Zaire Franklin 117 sacks. DeForest Buckner led in tackles for loss with 44. And then sack leaders Samson and Bukum 13.5. Juan Barrett 6.5 in his rookie year. Jalen Jackson 2.5 in his rookie year. Kwity Paye with 8 of them things. And then Juan Barrett also 13 TFLs. He had a forced fumble. Or no, fumble recovery, not forced fumble. Fumble recovery. So that's good. Kenny Moore Jr., 8 interceptions. Vince Anthony finishes his rookie year with 5, a sack, 3 TFLs, 77 tackles. Not too bad of a season. 3 deflections. Pierre Collins finished with an interception, a sack and a half, 10 TFLs, 87 tackles, 5 deflections, a fumble recovery, 45 of those tackles solo. Manny Bell finished with 72 tackles, 45 of them assisted though. 1.5 sack with an interception. So shout out to the defensive rookies coming in and making huge impacts for the squad. As we also want to look here at Jalen Jackson's stats too as well. The other rookie, we had 4 defensive rookies, 25 tackles, 8 TFLs, 2.5 sacks. Not too bad at all. Still don't know what his development is. It's most likely he's a star. But I mean, hey, a rookie that we didn't even know would start when we first drafted him ended up being good enough to start and filled in a lot of good roles for us. Never really had too many problems. There were too many times in the game where I was upset that he was on the field. So I got to really say that I was proud of all of our draft picks from this past draft. They all made impacts. They all made great plays for us. Now, as far as league leaders, looks like the rookie Lance Klein led the league in rush passing yards this season. He's a superstar development now. I'm not sure if that's okay. So that's not recent. Okay, so that's not for him leading the league in yards. So I'm sure he'll actually probably get superstar X Factor at the end of the postseason. He led his team to the postseason as a 3 seed and led the league in yardage, 4,585, 30 touchdowns, 20 interceptions though. So we got to cut down on those. Burrow, Mahomes, Prescott, and then Richardson round up that top 5 list for us. Trying to look and see some of the other guys that were able to eclipse 4,000. Eric Sherman, the rookie that went to the Cardinals, ended up with 4,005. 27 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. So the Cardinals got them at least a future franchise quarterback too as well. Touchdown leaders here for the league. As I didn't mean to click that, hit the wrong button again. Touchdown leaders though for the league. Patrick Mahomes ended with 36, tied with Anthony Richardson for first place. Obviously the interceptions a big discrepancy here. 5 compared to 22. Because who knows how many more touchdowns he would have had if some of those interceptions weren't, you know what I'm saying, touchdowns. Like he probably would have led the league in yards and had at least a few more touchdowns, but at least we didn't lead the league in interceptions. Deshaun Watson did with 24 compared to 23 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield 21 compared to his 15 touchdowns. So a lot of guys with negative yardage markers in that point. Derek Carr led the league in sacks with 48. Geno Smith right behind him, and Justin Fields with 36. So you can see some of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league too as well. Rushing, Jonathan Taylor only went over 2,000, at least 300 more than CMC, who also was 300, almost 400 more than Josh Jacobs. For the next rounding spot. So it's not like Jonathan Taylor was the only freak of nature this season. CMC was on a freak nature path too as well. You see all the rest of the running backs over 1,000. I want to see if we can find any rookies that was kind of like really leading their teams in yardages here. Not seeing too many. Oh, there we go. Found one. Jimmy Hamlin, just above our quarterback, the first quarterback on the list. 844 yards for the Baltimore Ravens, 6 touchdowns, 3.4 yards of carry. So he needs to be more efficient. 21 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor, tied with Isaiah Pacheco. So both of us got our names on that list, but nobody eclipsing onto it. 16 there for James Cook and 15 for Tyler Aguilar. So some pretty unique names up there. He's on the Chargers now too, not even with the Falcons any longer, but that's probably why they were able to slide their way into the postseason. And then receiving, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, and Demario Douglas. After we were able to hold him, he ends up dropping to 3rd place in yardages. Once again, wanted to see what we could find as far as the best rookie. And it was Travis Stewart on our division rivals for the Tennessee Titans. 82 receptions, 1,077 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's normal development. I would gotta think after a year like this, cracking 1,000 is a pretty big deal. I think he deserves star. If he doesn't get it, let me know down below, guys. If he doesn't get stars, do you guys think I should make that change to help the Titans out too? It's not like it helps us. It will help out a division rival. You guys think those stats are good enough to earn that upgrade boost? So just let me know, and we'll definitely make that happen for you guys. Let me know other players too. If you saw them up here, the rookies, like for example, like if we go look at Lance Klein and he's not superstar expected, did he do enough to deserve it? Or do you guys think I should just leave everything alone? Let me know down in the comment section. We'll definitely make changes that you guys see that should be happening or you think should happen or feel strongly about. We'll take a look at them. Now here, defensively, of course, you guys already know. Gotta look at it by conference. So league leader in tackles here, 152 goes to Michael Walker of the Saints. Shout out to him. Tackles for loss, Vita Veda at 25. On the AFC side, the Forrest Buckner though had 44. So that's a big increasing gap. Samson Abuka finished with 13.5 sacks on the AFC, leading our way. Aaron Donald finished with 15.5 to lead the NFL though. Then INTs, we have 5 here by Darren Bland and 8 by Kenny Moore Jr. to lead the way, with Logan Wilson right behind him with 7 on the Bengals. So it looks like they had a right outside linebacker that was out in coverage. Let me get him on my squad. I'll make that trade happen instantly if he's a pass coverage outside linebacker. Don't mind those too often, but we also want to highlight the kick returners, man. We did have Barrios who returned both of his against us, and then 1 for KJ Hamler. Also Chuck Cofield, a rookie for the Philadelphia Eagles, a halfback. He ended up getting 2 kick returns this season, and one of them was a 100-yard touchdown. So shout out to him for taking one back. We didn't see any punt returns go back to the crib on either side of the spectrum, AFC or NFC. So nothing to highlight there in that regard. But then we're going to go over to team stats too as well. We were the best offense and best total yardage team in the league with almost 3,000 over the Cowboys, 9,000 yards, almost 10,000 that we clipped there. Offensively, just about a little over 1,000 over the Cowboys. Bengals are up there top 3 as well. Passing, the Cowboys led the way with 45.97, Vikings 45.91. We finished up there at least in that top 8 range, but the Bengals are in third, 44.28, and then rushing, almost 1,000 yards over the second place, which is the 49ers, who have a big lead over the Ravens too as well. And then the Bears rounding out as the only teams that have over 2,000 rushing yards as we were the only ones over 3,000. And then points per game, 35.1, led the way almost a full touchdown over the Chiefs, who were at 27.8. Passing touchdowns, we had 37, while the Chiefs had 36. Rushing touchdowns, we had 35, while the Chiefs had 29. First downs, we led with 413, while the Chiefs had 327. So obviously being followed closely behind by our fellow 2 seed. And hopefully we'll see them in the postseason. It'll be a very interesting game. Defensively, the Ravens, Cowboys, and Bengals are your top 3 there. Best pass defense ends up being the Ravens, while the worst is the Browns. As we end up finishing tied for third, or at third, with the Lions and Browns being lower than us. Rush defense, we end up with the best of that by almost 200 yards over the 49ers. So teams that run the ball well know how to defend it well, it seems. As the Cowboys finished in third place with that too as well. Points allowed, looks like the Cowboys give it the fewest with 305. Browns are on top though, 455 yards given up. So at least we weren't close in there. Sacks, Bengals with only 14 at the least. We actually had the most with 43. So good team performances here. We even beat out the 49ers, and they got a scary defensive line. And then fumbles recovered. Ravens have 10. Interceptions, we led with 20 with the Bengals. Tied for first place for that. Conversion rates here. Third down percentages, we are tied for first with the Chiefs at 56%. The worst ended up being the Rams and Titans at 42%. Fourth down conversions, 34% there by the Panthers with 23 attempts. 71% for the Bucks, who tried it 38 times. They were always doing fourth down conversions. And 2-point attempts here. You see most teams only really tried it like 5 times. So nobody like insanely out there, but Bills were 5 for 5. So shout out to them doing it the most amount of times and being able to be 100% with it. Red zone efficiencies, the Chiefs at 77%. The Titans at 50%. For your top and worst teams, we were kind of in the bottom half in this category. We finished with 59%, 55 touchdowns, 9 field goals, but also had 92 attempts in the red zone, which is a lead by almost 30 over the Chiefs, who had 67. So no wonder we only scored so much, but we ended up finishing second there in field goals, first in touchdowns, but we just attempted so many that our percentage was really low. Defensive attempts, we finished the second most with 63. Defensive touchdowns given up, the Bears with 22 here. We're on that list, cracking at 30 down there at the bottom. Field goals allowed, the Broncos with 1, the Cardinals giving them 10 of them holes. And then percentage, we finished with the lowest red zone percentage for defense at 47%. So best red zone defense while having a very mid, probably worse offensive red zone efficiency. And then penalties, we were the least penalized team in the league with only 20 and 135 yards. I got the penalty sliders turned up to what the realistic settings say. I don't know if maybe we need to turn them up even more, but we really weren't getting penalized like that. It was not that often that we were actually doing too much to get penalized. I mean, I don't do like a whole lot of like extra stuff to get penalized, so it doesn't surprise me at all. As we look here at the turnover differentials, obviously we had -7, giving up the ball a lot, but we did in takeaways with 24. Obviously the interceptions tied for 20 with the Bengals, and then the fumbles we did pretty good at that as well. 5 as the Ravens picked up 10, and that'll take us into finding out that we are playing the Los Angeles Chargers in the first round of the postseason. What happened? Didn't they played the Chiefs? So I guess we won't get our Chiefs matchup then, as they upset the Chiefs 31-28. Bengals upset the Dolphins 28-21. The Bills upset the Ravens 29-24. So all lower seeds going forward, 1, 5, 6, and 7. NFC side, you had the Cowboys beat the Packers 24-21. The Eagles upset the Vikings, so 1 rookie out 24-8. And the Commanders upsetting the Bucks 21-18. So all rookies are now out, as they have 1, 2, 5, 6 on their side. But I cannot believe some of these scores. So first I'm gonna check out the Vikings here. How did Lance Klein do? 203, no touchdowns, no interceptions, took 2 sacks, had no run game to kind of help him out here. So it's probably just from being inexperienced here, then also having no run game to help out. The Eagles were able to go ahead and take full advantage of that with Jalen Hurts still being the quarterback there. They have Laviska Shenault Jr. still out there. But yeah, really got no help from any of his star teammates. You see Jefferson only 3 for 24 here. I wish you could see targets so I can see how bad it was there. And then we obviously got the team that we're about to face, the Chargers. Out offensed and outscored, obviously, as they won in overtime with 3 points in the overtime period. So they were able to score. I guess they both got stopped and they kicked the 3 to end it. It would be the only way I would guess, because I doubt they just kicked 3 and then were able to fully stop the Chiefs. As Patrick Mahomes, 3 interceptions today. Herbert was on fire, 2 touchdowns, no picks, over 250 yards. Pacheco had 89 rushing yards and a touchdown, but Aguilar 69 and a touchdown. They spilled 34 for himself too as well. They have Mike Williams at receiver. They have Earl Beckham, the rookie, who went 6 for 60 at receiver. They got Quentin Johnston, 4 for 48 and a touchdown at receiver. Looks like they've got a pretty stacked receiving core, pretty good running backs. And then obviously, Justin Herbert, we didn't see them at all in the regular season, so we don't have anything to kind of go off of. So next time out, man, we'll have the divisional AFC divisional game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Finish the season up 11-6. And we'll see what kind of road we have to get to the Super Bowl, because right now it's looking like one of the easiest roads you can imagine, as we have nothing but low seeds going all the way through. So we will for sure obviously have home field advantage, but we'll see if we can get past the 7-seeded Chargers and then either play the 5 or 6-seeded team in the conference championship round. This is crazy. I cannot believe how on a platter this Super Bowl might be given to me. Now, of course, we still have our NFC opponents. So, I mean, the 49ers could still be there waiting for us. So it's not going to be easy to win that. But it seems like our road to get to the Super Bowl is easy. So if you guys are enjoying it, you guys want to see more of it, please hit the like, comment, subscribe for your boy. And I'll catch you guys in postseason play, y'all. We're here, we're ready, and we're hungry. Let's get it. Later.